training. Alright, just so everyone, I'm going to post this on YouTube and stuff so everyone can see what we do here. Alright, but guys, we about to go ahead and get this thing going. Alright, welcome to the call. Welcome to the free training, guys. If you guys have anybody that wants more training on becoming a profitable trader and actually winning in this market, I highly suggest that you guys get them on this call, because we're going to be really connecting you to profitability, connecting you to sufficiency, and also connecting you to being confident in this market. All right, and that is what Connect Trading is here to do. All right, so now before I go over everything, I'm going to go ahead and dive into our 2-month program that I'm going to be dropping the link to on my Instagram this Thursday. Literally, you're going to have access to 3 live trading sessions, 1 training a week. You're going to have access to my trading journal and also a trading plan that's going to help you become profitable. You're going to get access to one of my simple day trading strategies, and you're going to also get access to our intraday strategy and also get 30% off all future materials. So the first 5 people to do this program is going to be ahead of everyone. All right, now understand that a lot of this is very expensive, right? But I'm only giving out for $500 for this 2-month program, so I think it's very beneficial. I think it's going to help you take your trading to a next level. I'm going to give you basically everything that helped me change my trading and help me move forward and becoming more successful than I was in the past. All right, so let's go over basically some ideas this week. All right, and then we can go ahead and start getting into training and stuff like that. So this is Bitcoin, guys. I also want you guys to pay attention more to our Connect Trading Telegram, because we see I'm dropping a lot of crypto updates. I'm dropping a lot of free signals and stuff like that during New York session. So make sure that you guys are really taking this information and using it. All right, so what do we see on Bitcoin? All right, we're gonna get to this 4-hour time frame. Let's get to the day time frame and really give a full understanding of what's going on. All right, so we understand that our overall target is going to be about 10K, because we see this is the last selling pressure before we had a massive push up. So here around 10,000, 11,000 is where our target to sell is going to be. All right, so we're not buying crypto yet fully, right? But we are looking to sell. So we're going to look to buy into our sales. All right, and we like to sell cryptos at imbalances. Okay, we're going to get into forex a little bit, but I do want to go over this crypto, right? So when people talk to you about crypto, you have an advantage, okay, over others about this information. All right, so what do we see here? We see we have a massive imbalance here between the first point of retracement, all right, first point of retracement, and the last candle that has not been retraced into. All right, to give you guys an example of how this works, right, we see we have a massive leg that pushed up, and we have a gap, a imbalance of price. All right, well, how we're going to identify this imbalance is we're going to get the last candle that hasn't been retraced into and the first point of retracement, which is right here. But because we have some wicks dipping down, we are going to click there, and as you can see, we get a reaction around 50% of this, and that's how we can start to trade this. Okay, now that I give you my entry model, and you can see, all right, I have to give you one more thing that is going to contribute to understanding where the market is going to go. We have one leg of impulse, retracement, a second leg of impulse, retracement. We're looking for one more leg of impulse before we push back down. Okay, before we have a reversal, there will always be 3 legs in the opposite direction before we get that reversal. Okay, so we have 1 leg, 2 leg, and we need 1 more leg to possibly hit this 50% of this imbalance here before we start to fall back down to 50K or to 10K. All right, or we can possibly buy up here into this imbalance at 35K and drop lower. All right, so this is what I'm looking for now. Now that we understand we have direction or directional bias and where we're going, now we can see we need to reach about 50% before we go ahead and go higher. All right, so what did we do here? Let me go ahead and put on my day. Okay, my day, these are my day separators. Okay, I'm gonna go to this 2 hour time frame to make it a little bit more clear. We see that during the weekend, price pushed up, and then during Monday, we had a push down before we pushed up. Okay, this is gonna be the exact same thing. We have this push up right here, and we're gonna clear that low and establish a new low to continue to go higher. All right, there's one thing that I want you to take away from today's session is to buy below old lows and sell above old highs. Okay, buy below old lows, sell above old highs. Okay, so we are looking to sell Bitcoin to down here to buy below this old low. Okay, thank you guys for getting on. All right, okay. So now we can see we're starting to push away from this point of interest. All right, we're going to get into our entry model soon. All right, but I just want to show you guys what Bitcoin, what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. All right, okay. So are we good? Drop a 1 in the chat if this all makes sense. If this is, coming together. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask any questions. All right, are we all good to move forward? Perfect, 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 perfect. All right, so now that we understand imbalances, we understand that we need direction, and we understand what crypto is doing, let's get into Forex. All right, now when we get into profitability, guys, I want you guys to understand that trading needs to be simplified. It needs to be, the more simple it is, the more simple it is, the better. Okay, so when you see someone with thousands of pairs they're trying to trade thousands of pairs, this is a sign of, uncertainty and kind of an unorganized basis. So guys, I only trade EU, I trade gold, and I swing trade intraday crypto and Euro AUD. Euro GBP, I'm about to actually delete that because that hasn't been treating me well. But look, as we can see, let's move to Euro GBP. Euro AUD, so we can really break down these charts and break down direction, point of interest, and entry. Okay, I want you guys to go ahead and just follow that as well. All right, direction, point of interest, entry. So we get to this 8 hour time frame. All right, how do we identify direction? Okay, direction, we're going to find direction from identifying the last leg of impulse that has cleared both sides of liquidity. Okay, so we see that this is a high that has gotten cleared here. So this has been cleared. This is a new high being established. Remember, we want to sell above old highs and buy below old lows. Okay, so we sold above this old high, we came back down, and what happened? We cleared liquidity. We cleared liquidity by making a new lower low. Okay, we're gonna get into the basics later, but I really just want to break down these trade ideas for you guys so you guys can have a clear understanding of how your trading system should be and how your trading paradigm should be. All right, so here, what do we see here? We see this leg of impulse, right? We have a long wick indicating liquidity is established, right? So now if we go to this day time frame, or let's be a little bit more clear. 3 hour, perfect. All right, if we look at this 3 hour time frame, I know it's a little wide, but we can see that this is the last massive massive buying pressure before we started to push down in the opposite direction. Okay, we can see that this is the last point that has not been retraced into because there's a little gap right here. There's an imbalance, okay? So that's our point of interest that we can start to establish. We have our direction. That's our point of interest. To confirm our point of interest, we used our fibs. We always are looking to get in that 786 to 886 range, all right? And what do we see? We're above an old high into our point of interest, and now we have something called a reversal candlestick pattern here. So once again, direction, we cleared the high and cleared the low. This is our last leg of impulse. We are going to retrace into our last leg of impulse, and we are going to continue in that intended direction. Right, so now we see on this 4-hour time frame that we have broken structure. All right, now we're getting into our entry model. Okay, we've gotten into direction, we've gotten into point of interest. Now we're going to get into our entry model. All right, so now we see on this 4-hour time frame that we've broken structure. We went below this low, below this order block, and now we're going to retrace into it and continue. All right, so let's now break down our time frame so we can see where we can redefine our entry. Okay, 15 minutes. I like to look 30. We see this is that last buying pressure before we push down. This is the order block that has gotten broken. Let's go back to the 1 hour. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so to play it safe, all right, now this is my thought process on the entry. All right, here we have an order block break. All right, this order block break indicates that we are changing direction. All right, now that we understand we're changing direction, we really want a retracement to 50% of this order block here. But now we can redefine our entry to make it a little bit more cleaner by utilizing an order block on a smaller time frame. All right, and what are we going to use? We're going to use this one right here. Boom. All right, cool. So now all we need to do is wait for a initial break. We don't have to really wait for the initial break because the order block has been broken, but I would like to see this get spiked down, and then we get this retracement back into here to go lower. Bang. Stop loss above the high. Let's do about 27. Can I get 27? 25. Perfect. 25.5. You want to give a little bit for spread. All right. Let's see. We got 2 hours for this 3 minutes for this. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. Now, we have about 3 minutes until this 4-hour candle close, and this is when we should start seeing that retracement come, and bang, we should start pushing below that. All right, and now where are we going to target? All right, now where are we going to target? We are going to target where liquidity is. All right, where is liquidity? Below old lows and old highs, double bottoms, double tops. Liquidity is here. Oops. Liquidity is here. Bang. Liquidity is here. Bang. Liquidity is here. Bang. Liquidity is here. Bang. And liquidity is here. Bang. So you can target all of these lows here for a full trade, and this is how we can start to establish a winning trading system. You don't see me on 15 other pairs. I'm focusing on one specific pair, and I'm breaking it down to the T. All right. Now I want you guys to understand that I bought this, all right, to come up and clear this high here. All right, so we can see where I took this buy here. that I've been following this for the last week and a half, and this is exactly what the trade that we took here. And we cleared that high right there. Bang. Alright, it's the same stuff. Leg of impulse, retracement, right? We have a break of structure here, retracement to this order block, and continue to clear liquidity. Alright, so now we see we got a break of structure here because of this order block. Alright, and now this is our trade. Okay, this is our trade, and we're going to wait for this stuff to come so we can go ahead and start to clear liquidity here. Alright, just to make sure this is a sufficient trade, we can start to identify points of interest that this has been brought into. Bang. Okay. Now this doesn't mean that this doesn't mean that this is 100% the high that we're going to retrace to and we're going to continue to go lower. All right. This just gives us a higher probability and a greater confirmation that we are going in that direction. All right. Nothing is 100% in trading. All right. Just remember that nothing is 100%. Everything is based off probabilities. If you can focus on setting up your plan to become, a high probability strategy, you will succeed. All right, but you have to set your trading system up to rely on high probabilities. All right. So, lastly, let's go ahead and get into, um, Euro USD. Let's talk about what we see for Euro USD, and let's get it. All right. So we see that today is Monday, so we have established a low on Monday, but we know that Tuesday there's going to be a 70% chance that Tuesday is going to be the low of the week. All right, so yes, this low right here has potential to be cleared. All right, so you just got to be aware of that. All right, you got to be aware of that because we really have a point of interest. The point of interest is here, and we haven't really hit that yet. Okay, and I'll break this down why this is the true point of interest. All right, I'll break this down right here why. Okay, on this 4-hour time frame, what do we see? We see selling pressure, but this is that last buying pressure before we sold. So this is the top, this is the beginning of that major point of interest. This is the beginning that banks are pressing these orders to clear out these lows, and then we reverse. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now we can see one more push lower, possibly to clear this low, and then we will want to see that reversal to go back up into here, or we could break this low, retrace into this point of interest, and then that will start the cycle of the retracement back down here. Okay, so direction is very important. You have to understand direction before you get into your points of interest. Your points of interest are important because your points of interest is what's going to break down your entries, but you cannot have any of that without direction. All right, so guys, I am going to go ahead and let you guys go ahead and drop your charts. I'm going to go ahead and critique them, right? This is going to be, because this is very intimate with you guys and very small, I really want to make sure that I'm helping you guys out the most. So you can go ahead and drop your TradingView links. Go ahead and, drop any questions that you have. Unmute your mic, all right? And let's look into it. I'm on my phone. Hey, you can still send your trading links off of TradingView off your phone. You can send them. Okay, so or if you don't want to send your chart, right, you can go ahead and just drop the question in the chat. All right, drop the question in the chat or anything like that. Okay, up to you guys, whatever you guys would like to do. All right, is one regular pair.
I'm just gonna unmute.
Perfect. Perfect.
I can't talk right now. Hey y'all, it's Bruce. But K1, so is it cool? I guess you're saying like study on one pair, and I think that's been like I'm looking at my history about how I did this month, and I am in the positive, but it was just a matter of me mixing in too many other pairs, I
Mm.
guess.
Mhm.
And I do like gold, I do like Euro USD, but then I also want like a crypto. I really like Ethereum more than Bitcoin.
Right.
So
Right.
is
So
that cool to have like those three, or are you saying like only study one and then those other will follow? Because what you do on one chart, you can do on others, basically.
no, that's true. So what I would say is stick to a minimum of 4 to 5 pairs. Because there's so with EU and gold, I day trade. So I'm only looking for my day trading strategy with those 2 pairs. But if I'm
Yeah,
looking for an intraday or a swing, I'm trading crypto or I'm trading Euro AUD because of how trendy this is, right? We could have caught this low all the way up down here and we could have swung it to clear highs, right? And this is the same way with crypto, right? Bitcoin, we can, get down here and swing higher. Even Ethereum, you say you like Ethereum, this is my setup for Ethereum that I sent in the Telegram, right? We know that we need to get at least above this high or this high here, right? And what do we see? We see our last leg of impulse imbalance, and that's all we're looking for, price to come lower and bang, and that's all we're looking for. So I would say stick to a pair that fits your trading strategy. So for instance, the day trading strategy, you want to make sure that you stick to that one pair or those 2 pairs that you really trade on those day trading strategies. And then if you swing or intraday like me, then you can use Bitcoin or another pair if that makes sense. Because I only trade Euro, Gold, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and Euro AUD. And those, so I'm not doing too much, but I know that if I'm looking for swings, I'm gonna look at different pairs. If I'm looking for like every morning, I'm looking at Euro USD, and like without a doubt, I may not look at Euro AUD or crypto, but every morning I'm looking at Euro USD. If that makes sense, does that help?
yeah, that did. Thank you.
Got you. Okay. All right, man. Well, I think we broke down a lot today about imbalances,
Yeah.
direction, point of interest, entry. If you guys don't have any other questions, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end the call there, and then we can go ahead and continue this again next week, guys. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being trash and 10 being, very beneficial, how was this training? Do you think more people need to hear this? Yes? Let's get it. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys for spending your time and wanting to get educated and wanting more out of your trading career in your life, man. So stay blessed, not stressed. Let's continue to run and make it happen. And I'll see you guys at the top because the bottom's way too crowded, man. Let's get it. Bye, guys.